What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the Culture Cafe podcast, talking about all your favorite things in the pop culture, comic book, TV, film. I don't know, music. We talk music sometimes, I guess. I don't know, all the great things. We talk about it here. It's your favorite hosts, Vinny Fredericks, Zach Niles, Joey Kingsley, back with another lovely episode for you. Gentlemen, hello.
Hello.
What's up, dude?
What's up, how are we?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Pretty good. I think we had a great week in comic book and pop culture. Great week. Great week.
I mean, it was we've been waiting for this, I don't know, month stretch for so long, where we got Daredevil, we got Invincible, we got The Boys coming soon.
Mall's coming.
We got Maul coming. We got a release date for the Punisher special. We got a Spider-Man trailer. We got a Dune trailer. We got we just got a Harry Potter trailer.
Oh yeah,
that I haven't even watched yet, but
I did watch it.
We're living good right now. We are indeed living good. And I mean, at the time that we're talking, Daredevil Born Again season 2 just came out yesterday for us. We all watched the episode. I don't know how spoilery we're gonna get, so I don't know. We'll try and refrain from spoilers. Yeah.
No, if you're a true fan, you would have watched it by now.
After this point, if you're going past this point in the pod, you just a spoiler warning.
Yeah,
I think
if
we
you're still
gotta discuss it in full.
Yeah, if you're still listening, go watch the episode and come back, I guess.
In my opinion, movies is fair to wait a little. I say wait like a week before spoilers, but TV show, that's like a day.
Well, it's only been out for 24 hours at the time.
That's fair.
That we're recording.
That's fair.
But either way, you know what? If you're listening to this or watching this podcast, you probably have already seen it. You're probably a fan.
Yes.
So, anyways, I'd quick rating of the episode. I'd give it 8 out of 10. I thought it was a really solid introduction to the season.
Yep.
Kept me on my toes. Had the right amount of violence, but also, dipped enough into the character arcs that I can kind of tell what path we're headed down, or what we're in store for, I guess, this season, what we can expect. And I don't know. Overall, the black suit looks so sick.
Yeah,
that's all. That's my main takeaway. The black suit, and beautiful. In rewatching it, some of the cinematography I thought was excellent. Just the little stray bullet hole on the ship, shooting a beam of light inside, so all you see is just his double D logo.
I'm glad they gave him that.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Dude,
and it's funny. Sorry, go ahead, Zach.
No, in the scene when he starts to clock in his ears and it zooms in and it sort of zooms into him.
Yeah,
around him.
Yeah, he's switching.
He's starting to focus in on his hearing. I think that is so cool. That is truly telling a story through camera, right? Oh, that's awesome. That was amazing.
He's always done a really good job, especially playing a blind character. He's found a way to convey a lot without having that I guess that side of it. He's always been so good. It's awesome. I love it. I love him as Daredevil.
Yeah, I will say I missed just seeing his eyes glaze over in the middle of a scene. Just not because it's weird to watch a blind person on a show. But it's just, I can't help it. I'll see him in a scene while Karen's talking to him, and she's right in front of him, and he's off looking like this. She's right there. It just looks silly, but they do a great job of portraying it. And
well, I'm pretty sure Charlie Cox got recognition from a eye impairment community. I think you're right. I think he did. He got some kind of recognition for it, for playing Daredevil, which is super cool.
That is really cool. What do we think of kind of the direction they're going with Matthew Lillard's character pulling up, and like he's got a
He's
because
so cool.
I kind of forgot he was in the
love it.
show, and then I heard his voice. I was like, "Oh my, is that?" I was like, "Bro, Racky," and I was just like, "Bro, that's my fucking dude." That's
See, I didn't expect it to be so soon. Like I thought, I'm assuming he's some bigger character, so I thought he'd be teased a couple times and then pop up halfway through the season. But nah, off rip, and he clearly works for DeFontaine.
Yeah,
At least it seems like that's the case. Bullseye's gotta end up there.
That's a lot of people say that, and I'm like, that would be super cool. I think he fits them a little bit.
I like the anti-hero vibe for Bullseye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I think that final reveal at the end of the episode was so crazy, dude.
It was insane.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Karen? I was like, no way, Karen's got a shot like that.
Yeah.
And then I see the knife go right in front of him and just says, "You're welcome." I'm like,
So cool.
It's nuts.
When he got knocked out and the task force is taking his mask off, I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, there's no way he lets them just take it off.
Yeah.
And he just laid there doing nothing.
He's that Batman tech where you try to fucking take that shit off, just fucking shock or some shit.
Where's your why are you not locked in right now?
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel that shit slipping off, and you don't tap into something extra. I don't get it.
It's
It's funny.
It is. No, it's like it is. It's a little bit different because he was having like a whole. It might have been also like the PTSD with like Cherry, like hearing his heart and being like fuck, like
Yeah.
and like he's like mentally like trying to like focus on him, and then like he's being brought back to like to Foggy when he died. And the crazy part is he's having all this about Foggy, and then the dude that killed Foggy is the one who saves him. So it's really interesting. I'm really confused at how Matt's gonna take that because like he was your boy, like your best friend. Like I don't know. I'm very curious how they're gonna run with that. If they're gonna team up or if I don't know. It's very weird.
And I like how there's a written message on the knife for a blind man. Like obviously Matt's gonna get the message, but it's just funny when you think about it. There's so many things in this show that to us as fans we're just like, oh, that's sweet. Bullseye just saved Daredevil. That's sick. But then when you take a step back and you're like, that's a handwritten message on a knife for a blind man.
Cool, big. Help him out. Put him in Braille or something. I don't know. Like,
Put it in Braille or
like
something.
or something for
And
Braille.
and Cherry's gonna be no help to read or to tell him what it says.
So wait, so did Cherry? Is he like? Did he? I don't. We didn't know. We don't know if he's. Yeah.
no, yeah, we don't. All we saw was him fall over, right? That's all we really saw.
Yeah, I mean, we know he was having a heart attack. Like, is anybody gonna show up at that? Daredevil's knocked out.
Right.
So is anybody going to show up out of the blue and save Cherry? I hope so. I feel like he's got to live through the heart attack. I feel like you don't take a character like that and kill him off in the first episode. If you're planning on killing him off, you do it in a way that's built up to. Like when they kill off the Gandolfini kid. Because we all know that's coming. He's done.
Yeah. Well,
like when that happens, they're gonna be building to it.
Ratted out by BB or something like that.
That's one that I'm really curious about because we all know we're not stupid. We know how Kingpin operates. We know what happens to people in that position in the show surrounding Kingpin. And from what I see, he's not set to return for season 3, so he at least disappears at the end of the season.
Definitely.
But I want to know how they go about it.
Yeah, no, that'll be fun to see. That'll be fun. But let me ask you guys this: how'd you feel about seeing what's the lady's name that Matt was seeing? And
Dr.
Heather.
Was it Heather?
Bro.
Heather. Whatever.
How'd you guys feel about her little traumatic
psychosis thing? She's gonna become Muse, bro.
Yeah, that's what I keep seeing people saying. she's gonna become Muse, which is insane.
Really? That's what people are theorizing?
That's I'm not sure how the comic art goes, but I've seen a cover with like a female Muse. I'm assuming that that's her in that comic issue. I've seen, that I was watching one video and they were saying that it just has a very, like, they didn't get too spoilery, but it has a very sad ending with the just storyline of her mental health and how the Muse attack just shattered it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even imagine, bro.
I'm so curious where they go with that. And the fact that now she's even, like, she's no longer just this mental, psychiatrist working under Fisk. She's fully corrupt now at this point. Like, she's fully bought into the Fisk Kingpin bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, I don't even feel bad that she's got attacked by Muse now. You chose the dark side.
I mean, yeah. Seeing how the anti-vigilante task force operates, I don't feel bad for any of them.
Mm-hmm. Dude, when they walked in the restaurant
and just smacked the girl, I'm like, what?
In front of all these people, unreal.
That man was
that's the real villain of Daredevil Born Again. Whatever whatever his name is, that task force
Ramirez, I think maybe.
Whatever the head guy is, he's the real villain.
He's probably gonna get something crazy at the end. I have no idea what, or maybe they'll save it for Punisher. But I don't know.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, that's because that. Well, now because that comes out the same day, right? The Punisher special and the last episode of Daredevil.
Does it?
I'm pretty sure.
I think so. Let me see.
I'm pretty sure that they come out the same day. So what order are you supposed to watch that in? Are you supposed to finish Daredevil, then watch Punisher, or?
I think because somebody said I
assume
it's supposed to like take place like
simultaneously.
Yeah. So like basically fucking it's like what he's been up to this whole time.
So none of the characters like the task force or nothing, none of them have to do with the Punisher special, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's what I believe so. Yeah, let me see if I can find the post.
I don't know, it makes me curious as far as who the villains. I mean, I didn't watch the Punisher show. I still need to get around to that, so I don't know what kind of villain they're thinking for this special.
So the last episode's on the 5th, and then the Punisher special comes out a week later on the 12th.
Oh, okay.
We get 2 episodes next week as well, which I think is going to be pretty fire.
Really?
Yeah, it's only time we get 2 episodes this whole... Because I heard, like I saw on Twitter, one of those leakers was talking about how the second episode is supposedly one of like the weaker ones, but because it's like it supposedly focuses on the White Tiger chick, and it makes her name is the name of the episode Shoot the Moon. So I don't know maybe, but it's supposed to. Ooh.
Moon Knight?
Shit. Is this taking place prior to Thunderbolts? Is that the whole thing?
No, I think it's after because I don't know if it was Charlie Cox or who said it, but someone said that when Matt was in the void while Sentry was going crazy, it would have been something surrounding Foggy's death or something to do with Foggy while he was in the void. So it's definitely after Thunderbolts.
Unfortunately, they'll never confirm it.
No.
Fortunately, they'll never have anything talking about it. Hopefully.
Somebody out there will create a incredibly meticulous timeline of every single scene down to the interaction.
Every single freaking everything.
Like, all right, so you got to watch this scene in Captain America, and then you got to jump to Captain Marvel, and then you have this scene from Thor before Nick Fury goes to Iron Man. Then you got to swap back to Thor when Agent Coulson goes to.
This is what the casuals think, that like they're like, what the fuck? Like, this is what these guys do.
Then they're all eating shawarma. They're all eating shawarma.
Yeah, God, I have shawarma. Marvel's been on a run lately, man. They've been on they have like since Thunderbolts. I think they've been doing pretty solid. Not dropped the ball.
I've been
impressed.
Pleased with all the projects that have come out recently.
We're now in for that like really good like stretch too, which I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with for sure. I just wanted to a little bit of a segue, I guess, for another show that came out that is also on. Because today, 5 years ago, Invincible premiered on Prime Video for the first time.
5 years ago, wow.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that they're in season 4 in 5 years. That's wildly impressive, considering the animation of some of those fights. But you can tell the earlier episodes are very, very much less animated because they're saving all of their manpower and time for the big stuff, which I'm okay with. I don't mind the first, half of the season being less perfect when it comes to animation or just more still. As long as the last few episodes have some insane fights going on, yeah, no complaints out of me.
Totally.
What days do the episodes drop?
Wednesdays.
Okay. Like tonight or like?
No, they come out in the morning.
Oh, that's fire. Okay.
I don't know when exactly, but usually I wake up Wednesday morning and it'll already be out.
I think it's 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Yeah,
okay.
Sounds about
That's
right.
pretty cool.
Benny, as somebody who hasn't read the comics, how are you liking it so far? How are you liking this season?
This season I feel like it's hard to say because so far it feels like not a lot has really happened besides, obviously the stuff with Even Mark. That's pretty big. But now we're getting to where things are really starting to pick up. Now that again, I don't want to get too spoilery, but like now, given the end of the most recent episode with that reunion, I think things are going to start picking up. But so far, the first 4 episodes have been a little on the slow side, but honestly, still an amazing season so far. Like, I'm just excited for when we get to the closer to the end and we start really seeing the crazy stuff. Like, Conquest is coming back, if, Thrag is on his way. And give me more Alan the Alien. Honestly, Alan could have multiple episodes just about him.
That's Seth Rogen, right? That's
Seth Rogen, and he's hilarious.
He does a great job. He does a great job as Alan.
Also, I don't love how there's starting to just become too many storylines that they're not hitting them all. Like, they didn't even show what's going on with Robot and Monster Girl in this most recent episode.
Well, you'll see.
I know.
I'm gonna say that's my favorite arc in the whole series because it basically leads into the rest of the show, the rest of the comic, whatever you want to call it. It's my favorite.
I mean, it's like I'm excited to see more of that.
But yeah,
I was upset that in the most recent episode they didn't give any sort of, not even a tease or like a post-credit scene about it, but I'm sure there's going to be an episode dedicated to it. So,
do you want me to break your heart?
No. Please no. I do know that a lot of shit's going to go down with them because, on Earth it might seem like they weren't gone long, but where they are, time moves different, and they're going to be there. From what I hear, they're going to be there a while.
Yeah, Joey, are you going to start watching Invincible?
Yeah, you gotta watch, man.
I'm like, I've caught episodes. I need to tee up and actually like start it. I don't know. Not that it hasn't interested me. Like, I feel like it's more for me. It's definitely I'd rather watch that than like The Boys for some reason. I don't know why. Just the animation, I think might be a little bit better for me. But what's it on? Prime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I have Prime. I just don't use it, so maybe I should probably use it for that. To be honest, I have like Amazon Prime, so I'm assuming I have the video service.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you would enjoy it.
Yeah, no, the book's cool.
Or just read the comics.
Yeah, the comics do look
cool.
cool.
At that point, just get the 3 compendiums and go crazy.
Yeah.
I kind of know like what did it about like kind of what happens at the end. Like, one of my coworkers I've said it before. One of my coworkers kind of told me like the entire end part, like what happens, and I'm like, oh, word, okay. I have an idea of what's coming.
Oh, I can't wait.
It sounds pretty fucking sick. It sounds insane. I'll refrain from saying too much. But
Like, I want to know, but I've waited this long just seeing it adapted in the show, and they're only going to be able to do like what 8 or 9 seasons, I think they said, maybe 7 or 8. So we're about halfway there.
Yeah.
Think I can hold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could.
But I don't know. I just want to know. I just want to know what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I think 8 or 9 would probably, depending on how they want to, depending on how long they want the episodes to be. Yeah, definitely 8 or 9.
And I will say I'm very curious to see what happens after this whole Viltrumite thing, because, well, I don't know. I guess this is just kind of my theory, because obviously you guys know more of what happens, but like I feel like I expected the Viltrumites to be the end-all be-all villain. Like the last season is going to be something to do with Mark fighting a Viltrumite, but now we're getting into the whole Viltrumite war, and we're only on season 4. So how long can just the Viltrumites be dragged out for is kind of where my head starts to go. And obviously, it's a rhetorical question, but that's like where my head is at watching the show, is what could possibly come after that.
Have they shown Matt getting violated yet? Random, but is that not yet? I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you who Mac is.
No. Mark. Mark. My fault. Yeah, Mark.
I mean, he's been violated by a few people at this point, I feel like. He's been violated by pretty much everybody that he's fought. But I don't know what specific thing you're talking about, so I'm assuming whatever you're talking about hasn't happened yet.
No, Joey, it hasn't happened yet.
No, it hasn't. Okay. I think it's yeah.
Well, yeah. No, it has not happened yet.
I've seen that comic strip before. I was just like, dude.
my shout out my friend Matt. He sent me a TikTok where it says me seeing Eve take that pregnancy test, knowing what's about to happen to Mark. And one of the comments is just, wait, Joey, I'm gonna send you privately what one of the comments is. But Vinny, you seeing it for the first time as like a viewer, you're lucky. You're gonna like it a lot. You're gonna be very surprised where they take the direction, and it's gonna be really good. You're gonna like it.
I know. I can't wait to get to just further in the series, and like once you see the end in sight. But man, it's hard to believe that it's been 5 years already. Because I remember when the show first premiered, it was like the biggest thing anybody was talking about, and I had never heard of the comics, never heard of the character. I was kind of stuck in my Marvel and DC bubble at that point. I had never really considered the fact that there's comics about everything out there. Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have comics. That thought never occurred to me growing up. I just thought they were always in movies and TV shows and shit. But I'm glad I gave Invincible a chance, because I don't know, I was stuck in that Marvel DC bubble for a while, and this shit is so good. Same with the boys.
The Power Rangers also have comics?
So yeah, Power Rangers too. Never would have guessed that.
Honestly, anything you can imagine most likely has a comic.
Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Fucking The Watchmen. I didn't know that had a comic. I know I guess the guy who writes it's very fucking like against adaptations. Again, I don't fucking know. Because it was talking about, because the dude who's doing David Lindelof, who's doing the Lantern show, did the Watchmen show. I guess I never knew that. And he was talking about how he had to write a letter to the guy who wrote The Watchmen to get like improvement, like get his like blessing, basically.
Hold on.
But I don't know how.
I think that's a very famous writer.
Yeah, Alan. I forgot his name. He's got like a beard. He's from the UK, like Scotland. He's from that area.
Alan Moore. Yeah.
Yeah, Alan Moore. Yeah.
There's I actually saw a TikTok about Alan Moore and how he would write a script, a comic script.
Hmm.
Just that first panel where it's the smiley face with like the blood dripped over it or something like that. It's like 3 pages long.
Jesus.
I'm not even kidding. It's like the artist has to read the entire thing and then pick out like what he has to put on the panel. It's
That's
so
fuck.
funny.
That's crazy. I respect it. Once you're like a really good like that, like I feel like it's just so hard. Like you gotta just. I'd want to literally have every detail like just to the fucking minute point. I need it to be perfect. Like, if I have a Batman comic, I need that shit to be fucking mint. I need everything with it to be good.
Wait, Joey, I'm sending this to you too. Well, actually, I'll send it to both of you. That this is what the comic script looked like for page one, panel one of Watchmen. I'll turn it around.
My goodness.
I'll turn it around for the viewers, but that's
That's a lot of
Oh
words.
my god.
and then where it's highlighted is where the illustrator had to like highlight to like actually draw to make sense.
This is unbelievable.
Wait, Joe, you gotta look at what I sent you.
Yeah, no. Oh wait, you sent. Oh wait, let me check what you sent me. Oh. God. I'll start donating, bro.
Vinny, I'm gonna save it for when we get to that in the show, and then I'll send it to you. I'll
Oh,
send you.
jeez.
It just. I mean, you won't get it. I can send it. You just won't get it.
No, you're right. I figured it had something to do with Invincible.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I think when people pop out of the DC Marvel bubble and take a chance on smaller comic book brands, like they'll be very surprised. You know, Image has a lot of great series that I'm currently reading. Like I'm reading Radiant Black too. Like I've followed that series for a long time. And it's just, I say, it's kind of that thing where you gotta read, you just gotta see what you like. And sometimes the writing's pretty good, sometimes the art is incredible, so just gotta take a chance.
Comic world's very broad. You can find a lot of different things. It seems like it's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want like not even that it's like dying, but like you'd think that like with like the way that we're moving, like with all the digital shit, that like comics would kind of be like not left off, but like it start like to dwindle, and you could argue it is, but like I think it's like had a resurgence over the last couple of years. It's been actually very cool.
I'd agree with that.
It's very neat. Like a lot of people seem like they're trying to get into comics or trying to invest, like look at fucking Absolute Batman, the Absolute Universe is fucking going crazy right now for DC. Everyone's loving that. Like it's fucking like I don't know, bro. It's very cool, very nice to see. The same like vinyls and stuff like that, like old stuff you'd think would be like getting like phased out, but no, people start that passion for it. I love it.
Yeah, it's got like a retroness to it.
Yeah.
Like a old schooly vibe.
It's kind of funny that people like people are collecting vinyls and they just skipped over like CDs.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, because I mean, who wants to collect CDs?
Give me the fucking.
Give me the vinyl so I can hear each individual groove on that thing. Sometimes I'll play my vinyls but not connect a speaker to it, and if I put my ear up to the disc while it's spinning, you can hear it. Almost sounds like chipmunks singing the song because it's so high pitched because it's so quiet.
Yeah,
but it's just like you can make out which song is playing if you get close enough, but it just sounds like a really like high pitched squeaky version. It's kind of funny.
Walking on Vinny, he's just I love this song. I love this song, guys.
It's actually how I listen to all my music now.
That's how it was. The fall off was
I need my ear up to the speaker. Like when I'm driving, I have my like I'm right here. Got my ear pressed up against the speaker. I'm trying to look at the road.
Going into that, my spoiler review so far of the What If novel series.
You're two in, right?
I'm one. I mean, 1 1/4, I guess. Like being more specific. So my spoiler review of the first book, which is "What If Loki Was Worthy." Guys, I didn't think I was gonna like it. I was a little worried. I went to it thinking, all right, I'm gonna audiobook this one because I mean, I can get through it faster, and I'm not really interested in like Asgard and all that. Guys, it was really good. It was really good. I gave it like a 4 out of 5.
It was really good.
Oh my god. So the whole story is the Watcher, right? Spoiler number one: the Watcher is America Chavez. Peak. That's amazing. That's great story. That's great writing right there.
Makes sense.
Exactly. Makes better sense than fucking Captain Carter. Being able to look at all the universes, make it like an actual known, established character who can do that, right? So, starts with, but you only know as the Watcher, right? Chavez is only known as the Watcher as of right now. So basically the whole thing is that, like, Loki and Thor, they have, like, a more little brother, big brother relationship, kind of like what they did in the MCU. And what happens is that Loki's like, I'm gonna prank Thor, and I'm gonna accidentally send him to Earth and just make him look like an idiot. So he does, and in turn, he accidentally gets Thor killed.
My.
Oh,
But you find out that like it got fucked with, and like you guys remember the Destroyer?
Mm-hmm.
So the Destroyer accidentally kills Thor, but Loki didn't intend for that to happen.
does Loki still send the Destroyer to Earth?
No. No. So the Destroyer was supposed to be with Thor and like Lady Sif and his buddies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, so Thor gets killed, and then Loki. Everyone's like, "Oh, Loki, you've done it this time. You killed your brother." And Loki's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, and then Odin banishes him to Earth, and this is where, in my opinion, the best part of the book was. Because he gets banished to Earth and he gets banished to Buffalo, New York.
Oh my god.
No way.
And he meets this woman named Donna who's a Buffalo Bills fan.
Bro, how is this
And there's a
real?
part where
What is that? What is the relevance of that? Why does she need to be a Bills fan?
well, because she lives in Buffalo.
Yeah, but why did they
Oh,
feel the need to write that into the story?
because there's a few there's this one part where Valkyrie basically comes down to like basically look at Loki and be like, "Oh, you're pathetic." Like, "Oh, look at where you are on Midgard," and Loki's like drinking out of a Josh Allen mug.
Jesus Christ.
And Valkyrie's like, "Oh, that's horrendous. Why would you ever use somebody's head as a drinking
Oh
cup?"
my god. And Donna's like, man, if you were around for the 90s, this is nothing compared to 4 straight Super Bowl losses.
I know, and I just thought that because they just reference the Bills sometimes, and Loki sees Josh Allen as this like warrior, and it's just really funny. But anyway, so going back to the Destroyer killing Thor, so that took place in New York City. Now, can you guys guess who else the Destroyer accidentally killed?
In New York City?
Doctor
Spider-Man?
Strange.
No, Happy Hogan. So
No.
who's another story component in this? Tony Stark.
That's fucking great.
So Tony Stark, fueled by grief and rage, takes the Destroyer and turns it into Iron Man
Oh my
Well,
god.
to basically find a way to get up to Asgard to enact revenge for Happy's death. And that's basically the whole story. And then Loki and Valkyrie, they go and find Jane Foster, and her and Thor had a kid, and the kid is the technical heir to Mjolnir.
Dude, how long was Thor on Earth before he died?
Apparently, a long ass time. He had a whole
Yeah,
ass.
bro had a whole ass kid?
He had a
Damn.
9-year-old. Yeah, so at least 9 to 10 years. Yeah.
Wow.
So nobody around Asgard was like, hey, we haven't seen Thor in a while. What's he up to, Loki?
Yeah, nah, no, like Odin's like, Heimdall, why didn't you say anything? And Heimdall's like, none of my business. Literally.
So wait, so let me get this straight. So Loki, as a prank, banishes Thor to Earth, and then leaves him there for years.
No, 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 no. So Thor's been going to Earth for years. That's complete. But Loki wants to prank Thor by fucking up the Bifrost. So instead of sending him to a mission they were supposed to go to, he sent them to Midgard as a prank to embarrass Thor. This was just in one instance. This wasn't like
I see.
yes, and then it in turn got Thor killed because somebody tampered with the destroyer. So in the end, Loki was able to wield Mjolnir. They defeated Tony Stark, and yeah, and it was pretty good. I liked it a lot.
That's insane.
Damn.
I
So
know
Tony straight up just flew to Asgard.
he tried, but Quinn, which is Thor's daughter, and Loki basically stopped him from doing it, and Valkyrie. And then, so I'm not that far into what if Wanda and Peter were siblings, but basically what happens in this one is that Richard and Mary Parker, they're shield agents, and they go to Latveria for a mission, and they find this like interdimensional black cube warehouse thing. And it doesn't say it's Magneto, but they describe him as like a guy with like a red and purple helmet with a cape, and I'm like, okay, who could that be? And like basically something happened, and Mary Parker like picked up Wanda and was like, we gotta take her home, and then they adopted her. And then her and Peter were siblings, and then Mary and Richard died in the plane crash. And then right now in the book, it's just kind of going through like various memories of Wanda, just kind of giving you some backstory. So, oh,
I,
in the beginning of the book, Wanda is framed for murdering Captain America.
like she already has powers.
Yeah, so I'm in like a flashback part, but in the first section of the book, it's like present day. Wanda's going to be like introduced into the Avengers,
Hmm.
and then she basically walks into the room and Captain America's dead.
Damn.
Yo, this
I
is fucking
wonder.
insane.
I wonder if they're gonna. They wouldn't do like a Spider-Man origin kind of story in that. I don't think, right? Like,
No, they did. No, it's
was
like
it different?
no,
Pretty much the same thing. Uncle
yeah,
Ben dies.
yeah.
Peter gets bit by a spider.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if Wanda
But
being around would change that or anything.
no, not really. I mean, so what happens is that burglar breaks into their house, and like the burglar's like, "Oh, you saw my face," to Wanda, so so I'm gonna kill you.
Oh my god.
Uncle Ben popped out with like a baseball bat, but before Wanda could save Ben with her powers, he got shot. And Peter wasn't there because he was wrestling. So it's like the same idea that like Peter like blames himself because he wasn't.
Yeah.
But
And
you know,
Wanda couldn't just create a hex and make everyone play make believe that Uncle Ben was still alive.
pretty much, yeah.
Man.
So right now it's just kind of going. So right now the book is just going through some backstory with Wanda and some like memories. So yeah, there's actually a part. There's a little section of her memories where she serves Human Torch and Captain America when she was working at this like Romanian restaurant or something. So it's fun. It was a fun little interaction. But so far, this book is not boring at all. I like it a lot. I'm excited. I'm excited for the rest of the series.
Nice. There's some
What
pretty
ifs are
cool.
awesome, man.
I was gonna say there's some cool concepts on there too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was really hoping when I was in New York City looking for comics a couple weeks ago, I was really hoping that they'd have some good what if select. They had a couple what if selections, but it wasn't anything. Nothing really worth buying. But
Yeah. What if?
I just love the idea of what if comics because it makes things different, I guess.
Yeah, it throws a
Oh,
little bit of like a curveball, which I've always enjoyed.
yeah. No. What if? What if is really cool. If you can find, I have one, and it's called What If Dark. where it's like a dark telling of some stories. It was pretty good.
I wish the show was better.
I know. I think
They
right
just
now,
picked stupid concepts.
I know. In my opinion, I think in terms of the what if content we've gotten, and and like in regards to the books, I think Marvel Zombies is better than the books, but it's like the books, or excuse me, Marvel Zombies books TV show. Because the show
Yeah,
would have
we'll
been
say.
better if it actually was just 10 episodes of just random shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They didn't need, like, when it came to What If, I didn't need it all to connect at the end. I didn't really care if it all came together. It was, like, season 1, it was cool watching them fight, Infinity Ultron and whatnot.
Yeah.
Season 2, the ending was kind of weird.
Mm.
With, like, the Earth 1602 or whatever. And
Yeah.
then season 3 was just even weirder with, I don't even know what you would call that, Cosmic Carter, I guess. But, like, I didn't need all that. I just wanted to see what if, I don't know, I can't think of an example right now. What if Tony Stark got the Captain America Super Soldier Serum or some bullshit like that?
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. Just take a storyline, flip it, and show us how it would have played out.
Or
I don't
what
ever
if-
need to see the characters again after that.
No, exactly. That's totally fair. And that's why my expectations are so high for this series. Because number one, I think the what if scenarios are better. And number two, I don't think the overarching storyline is going to be in my face until that 5th book that comes out in August. Which actually brings them all together. So we'll see.
Yeah.
That sounds cool as fuck.
I mean, if they do it right, I feel like they could definitely bring the main characters together and
Mm-hmm.
not have it feel as, I don't know. I thought it was kind of just weird when they all came together in the show. It
Yeah.
just didn't seem to fit right.
Especially Howard the Duck's daughter.
Yeah, dude, like, there's so many episodes you could have made surrounding Howard the Duck that I would have enjoyed. And watching him have a baby with Darcy Lewis was not one of them. You could have done an episode where Howard the Duck goes to Las Vegas for the weekend and make it a Hangover parody. And I would enjoy that more than watching Howard the Duck get married and have a baby with Darcy. That episode was so stupid.
Yeah, I'm in that. I think I'm in that. I'm that. I'm right
Like,
there
why?
with you.
Why?
Yeah.
Who in the writer's room said that's a good idea? That's what I want to know. Who actually greenlighted that?
Probably a lot of them since it got made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I want to know what ones got scrapped that were probably 10 times better.
Honestly, that's a better question. Which ones got scrapped?
Because we could probably sit here and come up with 10 episodes off the top of our head. That'd be better.
I think that's got to be next week's segment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we got to come up with some of our own, bro. I feel that'd be a lot of fun.
The Culture Pods What If season.
Mm-hmm. Well, like we'll look up, kind of see what's out there, maybe, and we'll kind of compare.
No, we just gotta come up with it.
No, I'm with that. I was just in case that one already existed. If I came up with one, I was like, yes.
I got one right now. What if Charles Xavier was in the Holocaust?
Oh my god!
Wow.
I thought that was gonna go somewhere else.
That got real dark real quick, but that's a very interesting.
Because Magneto.
No, because Magneto, yeah.
Exactly,
He made me understand his pain or his reasoning, which would be pretty
exactly.
cool.
Would Charles would have a different outlook on the mutants and humans relationship, and then Magneto would be the. So it's like, but they have two different powers.
Mm-hmm.
Charles has the mind.
Mm-hmm. So Charles can really fuck some shit up.
Then I'm curious what kind of mutants go on each side, at that point, because I can imagine Charles is the big reason a lot of those guys join. So then you can imagine get some dark versions, some guy, or some evil versions, some people, some good versions of some other guys, like a good Pyro or some shit, or an evil Iceman. I don't know,
an evil
Gene.
Cyclops,
Evil Gene,
yeah,
evil Rogue just goes around high fiving everybody.
Or maybe they're not even evil. They're just spiteful.
Mm-hmm.
That's all Magneto is.
Yeah.
He just likes the human race. He just hates it.
Isn't Isn't there supposed to be like a lineup with like aren't because what's it called at the end of X-Men '97 season 1? He came down, or was it a Apocalypse that came down and looked and got the card, got Gambit's card? Isn't he supposed to come back as like a fucking
yeah.
like Gambit's supposed to come back kind of like an evil version? I thought this season of that. I might rewatch that show low key soon.
Yeah, that I keep saying I'm gonna rewatch it, X-Men '97, and then I'll throw it on and watch a couple episodes. Don't go back to it for a while. Such a good show.
I was watching like the '90s Spider-Man. That was pretty good. Like like the same.
'90s Spider-Man is really good.
It's funny.
I actually saw people having this debate earlier of what the best animated Spider-Man series is, and I think my top 3 would probably be '90s Spectacular. I say Ultimate right now just because we only have one season of Friendly Neighborhood, but Friendly Neighborhood will crack the top 3 eventually.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, I don't have any.
I think for me, I think Spectacular is number 1. I just think Spectacular Spider-Man was so good. I do like
only Spectacular got another season, dude. We were robbed.
We were
robbed so bad. It would have been one of the best superhero shows ever if it actually got, brought to fruition. The whole idea that they had for it.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, oof.
Don't worry, guys. I'll edit that out.
No. I was actually curious, Zach's fucking.
Don't edit it out.
Need Zach's opinion.
What is this we got?
Dude, I don't know which one I'm gonna get.
Yeah, there's so many different options. Like,
I mean, dude, I saw a thing on Reddit today that said Scott Snyder confirmed that Absolute Scarecrow's gonna have the biggest death count or body count.
oh, bro, he's gonna go ham,
Dude,
bro.
like, I can't, like...
Showing off some love to old Dexter Swell for this fucking...
Wait, have I... Oh my god, that's sick.
Fucking the Red Hood with the katanas is fucking insane. But
Wait,
no.
have I showed you guys my graded comics? I have a couple.
Do you? Oh, I'd love to see some.
Don't know if we've seen them yet on the pod, actually.
Because I didn't even
we
know
just
that was a
see
thing.
the new ones every week.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually, I started reading the...
Ooh, that's dope.
A 9/8.
That's sick as fuck. That's so.
So what does the
cool.
grading actually mean? Is it like how good of a condition it's in, or is it like the rarity
You know,
of it?
like, and then this one.
Yeah, it's like in that, like it's the grading of it, like the quality, I don't really know with with comics. I know with cards it's like different. It's like there's a different grading system, but I'm assuming they have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
But
No,
look at both of those are fucking pristine too. Like I
Yeah,
can't.
you're like... Oh yeah, I like this one a lot. I got this
Is that
one
Hush?
for 30. I got this for $30.
That's gas, bro. Yeah, no, that'll be another video. I think we got to do all of us going to a comic shop and just see what we can find. Just fuck around, like spending a little bit of money. Just I feel like it'll be a lot of fun getting some comics. Coming back to you boys.
Yeah, I think grading is based on rarity and condition. I think,
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see rarity for sure.
but I have no idea. I don't really know. I'm not too sure.
I wish that I was rich so I could buy all the little statues in the comic book shops.
Well, yeah, I'd be
I saw
going.
one that was this like design of Grey Hulk and Wolverine fighting. That was so sick. But, like $500.
Yeah. There's a Batman I can collect, it's like Pattinson, it's Batman. It's only like $100, but it's a little minifigure. You can like take off his helmet and shit. I want to get some more for my background, get the books out of there, get a good new, get some stuff up there, decorate the room a little bit, you know.
Yeah, it's fun. That's funny. I mean, I always said if I came across like an absolute Batman statue or action figure, I'd probably end up getting it.
There's some cool ones, bro. I've seen. I think Scott Snyder actually was like tweeting. He's like, "Yo, can somebody get me this one?" Like, it was like a big ass one. He's like, "I'm gonna need that ASAP." And I'm like, bro, you can have anything you want, dude. You can have it.
Yeah, what do you mean someone give it to you, bro? You
created it, bro. Hit them up. Hit them up, bro.
You made it.
Make the call. Fuck, man.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh man, you guys want me to show off the comics?
Mm-hmm.
What have we got? What's on Zach's new comics of the week? Sorry, I feel like we need a theme song for when.
All right, well, this one. So this is actually the novel. What if Mark Spector was host of Venom? This is the book.
Wow.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yep. So
that's gonna be cool.
I got it off of this it's called Thrift Books, and I don't know. There's probably a cover that's supposed to go with this, but it didn't come with it, which is kind of disappointing. So whatever. And then this is the cover. I sent it to you guys, but I like it a lot. The cover for.
Oh yeah.
Very.
I like the little like webbing off of like using like herd like web off. Like I feel like that's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then we got Battle Beast number 7, Todd McFarlane variant.
Damn, I didn't know Battle Beast got his own line.
Yeah, he's about.
He's sick. He's one of my favorite characters in Invincible.
So this comic
Bro just constantly wants to fight.
No, because the whole reason he just wants to fight people is because he wants to die. But like,
he wants to be defeated.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's good enough.
It's like his character is so simple yet so funny. And then we got Absolute Wonder Woman number 18. I like this. I like the A cover a lot. I like that one a lot. So then we got Uncanny X-Men number 25. Yeah, there's there's this stupid like monster storyline. It's fine, I guess. It's not. It's kind of boring. We got Exquisite Corpses number 11, the trading card variant. Comes with this is an Image one. It's kind of a crazy. I would recommend it, except like I don't know. You guys know me. I was off a Special Candy reading issue 10, and it was just like super violent, and I was just like I wasn't like processing what I was seeing. I'm like, damn, this is like really violent.
Like the Muse is not real.
Next show, Zach gonna pull up in a whole full Muse outfit. We're like, Zach, he's say shit. He's gonna look at us.
Zach, why do you have a bucket of red paint behind you? With tubes connected to it?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
And then, my comic of the week, Jim Lee variants. Spider-Man and Superman.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I read the first. So there's a bunch of storylines in here. I read the Spider-Man Superman crossover, but so in this one, it's kind of set up the same as the Deadpool and Batman one. So this one's a little different. So we got a Lois Lane and Mary Jane story. We got a Superboy Prime and Amazing Spider-Man story. We got Superboy and Spider-Man 2099. We got Jimmy Olsen and Carnage.
What?
That's it. Okay.
Jonathan Kent and Ben Parker. This story is called Bias, and it features the Daily Planet and the Daily Bugle. And the last story is Power Girl and the Punisher. So
Oh, I saw that. I peeked a little bit of that. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, so, all in all, seems fun. I'm gonna get around to reading it. I like saving my comic reading for like a day off of work or something, Like a nice Sunday morning, just wake up.
Yeah. That's what I need to start doing. Waking up on the weekends, just read a comic or two.
Good.
Yeah,
Instead of, going and doing shots and whatnot.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Instead of just drinking.
Yeah, just getting belligerently drunk.
I
can make it more fun.
I gotta read my Black Panther novel. I still gotta finish the Ninja Turtles and Godzilla, which I'm about halfway through, I think, and let's just say it's gotten really odd.
The Godzilla one?
Yeah. I haven't gotten to the point yet where Godzilla and the Ninja Turtles actually come together. Right now they're still separated, but the Ninja Turtles are fighting a different kaiju. They're fighting Bebop and Rocksteady, but turned into kaiju monsters.
What? Wait, so Bebop and Rocksteady turned into kaiju monsters?
Yeah, they actually their names are, where is it? What did they rename themselves to? The Krang is there. That's who Godzilla is fighting. Godzilla is fighting the Krang.
Okay.
Where is it? Gigbop and Rocksteroia.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean it's cool. Just very weird because I don't know what I was getting into, getting a Ninja Turtles and Godzilla comic, but like April O'Neil, I guess, is the avatar of Mothra in this. She makes an appearance. The Ninja Turtles take some serum to become kaijus themselves to fight Bebop and Rocksteady. And that's all within the first third of this comic. So I'm intrigued to see where things end up. Yeah,
it's
I'm not that far into it. Yeah.
I know Godzilla.
I like that. It's in my...
Yeah, apparently this is issue number 4. I'm assuming that's what the 4 on the front cover means. So
yes.
I'm kind of picking it up in the middle, but you know what? It's alright.
If you like, you can always go back and just just see kind of how.
Yeah, that's
if you
true.
ever wanted to.
That's actually a good point. But yeah, there's that.
You guys could always go find Godzilla versus the city of Chicago. That's a real comic, by the way.
Is it actually? That's amazing.
It's just Godzilla versus various cities. So there's one where I think it's Godzilla versus New York City. Godzilla
is there really much fighting back from the cities, or is it just Godzilla destroying them?
I don't know. Well, there's Godzilla versus Kansas City, which I don't really know what's going on there.
The only way to beat Chiefs
Patrick Mahomes just throwing darts at Godzilla's face.
Rasheed Rice just crashing his car into his foot. Oh man, no freaking. No, I know that Godzilla, the fandom's very there's a lot of lore in Godzilla that I just didn't know. There's different versions, and surprisingly Christian Bale is a very big Godzilla person. Yeah, he was I love Godzilla, and he started naming multiple different ones, and I'm like, dude, how he knows Ball? I don't even know that Ball, to be honest.
He's a Ball knower.
He really is.
Bale knows Ball.
I love to see that. It's just the people you don't expect to randomly be oh, I love this, and then they just go into a rant about it's super cool. It's very, very cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, gentlemen, what a week it's been.
Facts. We got blessed.
Can't believe that next week we'll have another Daredevil episode to talk about.
Two of them.
Another 2 episodes. Another Invincible episode. We'll have our very own What If season with our own 10 What If scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
And plenty more. Haven't figured out exactly what yet, but we'll find more. And shout out to Spider-Man for having motion. Hits 1 billion views on the trailer.
Yeah, gotta give some flowers. I'm curious what they count in that, and if it counts like the clips or like if it's just all just pure.
I assumed it was just the main trailer that Sony posted got 1 billion views, but I might. No, maybe it's collective. Who knows? But either way, Spidey's got motion.
Mm-hmm. No, he does.
We're getting some motion, and we're gonna motion our way. I don't know. I don't know what this is going to become, but we're gonna motion our way to next week, where we'll be back at it. It's the Culture Cafe. Vinny Fredericks, Zach Niles, Joey Kingsley. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like and subscribe if you're on Spotify. Follow, rate the show, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be back at it next week with more from the Culture Cafe. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.